Yo. Yo. All I can do is laugh this fucking episode. Hey man, that goddamn sincere. Yo, that motherfucking sincere is ruthless, brother. Do you hear? That is a ruthless man. Do you hear me? Dude, you all I can do is fucking laugh. Like when I say this is a ruthless brother, oh, this is a baby. Oh, he need his ass. He need his ass whooped. Let's get into this video, all right? First of all, shout out to everybody that has been tuning in, liking up the video, subscribing to the channel. Make sure y'all do the same thing, okay? Get down in the comments as well. If you got a piece of hypes, go ahead and hype up the video as well. All right, let's go ahead and get into this review. All right, so Anaya tells Trinity, they open up the show. Y'all know Anaya had been having her issues with Casey. She over there talking to Trinity, updating her on what's going on with her and Casey. So she says that he told her, you can expect me, you can't expect me to be serious all the time. And she says, no, not all the time, but at least 5 minutes of the damn time is what I'm asking. Right. So she says that he is taking everything she says to be that he doesn't want her, or at least she doesn't want him to explore. And I'm like, is he doing that really? Or are you doing that shit? He's taking everything that I'm saying to be as if I don't want him to explore. You sure? Or I or is you doing that? Okay. You're doing that. It's not making sense. Okay. Um, I need to save something real quick. So let me say that. All right, bet. So the next thing is she says that she's never said that to him or to anybody, right? That he couldn't explore anything. I don't even know how we got there, but either way, okay. I was thinking to myself, you know what? Clearly, we're not seeing everything. Obviously, when I talked to y'all about the conversation being edited or whatever, obviously we didn't see everything. However, we get over here with motherfucking KC talking to Bryce and Zach, and I'm listening to KC talking. I said, now wait a minute. I don't think we missed out on too much of nothing. I just think that Anaya is misinterpreting some shit. At least that's what it seems like to me. So Casey tells Bryce and Zach that he says that her main thing was him not being serious when they talk. He says that she felt like she was limiting him from exploring. So he's saying it from the standpoint that she is saying that she feels like she is limiting him from exploring. But she's saying that he's taking the words as if she is stopping him from, you know what, bitch, you got us all confused so much so, Anaya, you got your damn self confused, okay? I feel like she basically was just assuming whatever it was that he was thinking because she was too busy over damn thinking. All right. So he says he was trying to tell her, no, it's not about me exploring because I just value my connection more with you. Right. So he doesn't think it got through her head at all. Right. And that's why she started going off. Right. Because he kind of mentioned that she was going off, and she said that she could start, that he could, you can go and explore whoever you want to. Like, I don't care if you want to go explore, you want to go do this or that, you want to go do whatever the hell it is that you want to do, in so many words, right? So he says that he doesn't want her to feel away if he did decide to go and talk to somebody. So maybe that's the part that she was talking about when he says, I don't want you to feel away if I do go talk to somebody. She feels like, so you're not talking about it because I'm leaving. Y'all, it's too much to figure. It's just too much. It's too much. So Bryce says he feels like the convo is coming from her, or the convo coming from her is her kind of wanting to lock him up. Not necessarily. That's not even a convo. I'm like, Bryce, you done jumped in the fucking conversation and you confused too. Cause you confusing me. Okay? It's her wanting to lock him up when her whole conversation is that she ain't trying to lock him up. She's not trying to limit him. However, you is kind of limiting him because you didn't say it out your mouth, but your actions are kind of showing. I mean, we already talked about it. The moment that the bombshells came in, put the paint all over him, she got the hooping, hollering, crying, and feeling away all this other stuff. She interrupted one of the conversations. What you so smiling and gee hee hee ha ha and about? So it's like you may not be saying it, but you're slick kind of doing it. Right. But okay. So he says if she was more supportive of him exploring, then he said, then maybe KC wouldn't want to explore. And I'm like, but why y'all not listening to him? He telling y'all that he don't want to explore. I'm so confused. But if he decided to fucking explore, don't be upset. Like, I'm just, ain't nobody listening. Maybe I'm not damn listening. So KC says it was off-putting. He couldn't tell if she was being funny or not funny. He says that he's already over the whole soul shit anyway. He's not trying to talk to soul like that. But after tonight, I don't know if he is or he ain't. Okay? So I would think that he's not. I would think that he's not. Right? So Bryce says all you can do is be honest and say how you feel. And however she takes it, it's on her. And, just pretty much be open whenever somebody else come in that you want to get to know. Bryce had this whole conversation and didn't listen to shit. I'm tired. Trinity asked Anaya, what you gonna do? What you finna do then? How you finna be moving in the villa? Because you over here moving with KC like you got options in this bitch. And it really ain't no option. So what you doing today? So who you finna go talk to? Well, how that's finna go? Okay. And she like, I don't know, girl, because I really do like KC. I need to get my shit together. So she says in the confessional that she doesn't even know where all the issues came from. Get the fuck. You don't know where all the issues came from? They came from your ass and a piece of Zach. Okay. So she says that she was confused. I said, because you don't listen. You hear what you want to hear because you're too busy damn overthinking and projecting. Okay. You so goddamn confused that America is confused. And what the hell we supposed to be voting on anyway? They talking about something, get ready. I just been able to vote. I finally got access. So let me know when it's saying so vote. Anyway, so KC says she's very beautiful, but it's the mindset for him. It's the mindset. Okay. She's still stuck somewhere in the past. I'm not them other ziggers. You need to get it together. And don't be so weak-minded that Zach could just say something and then he sends your ass on a spiral. Okay. So Zach says he might need some I I don't know what Zach said. No, so Zach was getting ready to say something. Zach was like, "Oh, you need somebody that's something." And before Zach could really say what was needed, KC jumps in and says, somebody like you and Kato, like, or more like what you and Kato got going on. And Zach says, "Yeah, and me and Kato, we're so different, y'all. I don't think Zach all in on Kato, like Kato may think." I don't know. I think he may rock out with Kato for the remaining portion of this show. But I think Zach get tired quick and he ready for another option at this point. Zach says that she wants him to be serious all the time, and he says he could do that, but it's not. I'm sorry, not Zach, but KC says it. I think it was KC said that he could do. She wants him to be serious all the time, right? And he says he could do that, but it's not fun. It feels like a job for him when he's having to be so serious all the time. He says he can't fake who he is to make her feel comfortable. Like he is who he is. Either you like me, you don't like me. Don't fight with yourself about it. What you trying to do? Okay. So we see where Caleb pulled Jen. I feel like Caleb pulled Jen because he wanted to test the waters and see where she is, only for him to find out that she really all in on Gabe. She really likes Gabe. She's happy she's coupled up with him. He gives her the rundown about Kenzie, and he says that he told Kenzie that he was going to be up here exploring other people. And he's realizing that, she didn't really choose him. America chose her for him. Okay. So that plays a big role in things, and we get it. So it seems like when he was telling her that he was going to explore, I think that was him giving a heads up to her, like, hey, she knows about it. I told her, so I would like to get to know you, but she made sure to slide in there like, not over here, honey, because I like people with color too. So yeah, it's not gonna be you, but you cool though. You cool, but I'm gonna rock out over here with Gabe. Child, that's what's going on. She says, she says that Kenzie Because of course they're talking about Kenzie and what their boy name is, Corbin or whatever, right? And he says that, or at least Jen says that she doesn't think that Kenzie and Corbin will last much longer, especially if Melanie decides to settle into the connection that they have, right? She feels like it's gonna lead back to Kenzie being with Caleb. That's what she's thinking, right? This was a mess of an episode. So she talks about Gabe. We get into all of that. Let's get to Bryce. Bryce asks how Zach feels about Kata after the hideaway. And he says it feels weird because after they pretty much crossed the line, he feels like there's a higher expectation there. And he says he likes her, but he don't really know. And you don't know what. And he stopped himself. You don't know what. So Melanie tells Kata that Sincere misses her and he doesn't want to close the door on their connection. Then says, "Don't say nothing. Don't tell nobody." And that's when Soul walks in. Soul kind of caught the whole pinky promise, don't say nothing, but she didn't really know who it was about. But she had an idea that it was likely about Sincere. Okay. So Sincere says that he had a good combo with Melanie and it was the combo that he was looking for. And I think the combo that he was looking for was to know that the door was still open. But you already knew that based on her ass not wanting to sleep in there and the fact that she still was being loyal to you. That's probably what he was really looking for when she was trying to prove that loyalty, saying, "I haven't slept in the boy in bed with him. I haven't kissed him. I haven't did this and that." Well, now that your ass are finally slept in that bed with him, they might show a piece of that at movie night. Ain't no telling. Okay. Now, is that going to move Sincere? Probably not. I don't know. It might move him a little bit if he's ready to have an issue with Melanie. Just like when she ghosted somebody who got her a ring because they wanted to smash. He was like, "Oh, her ghosting somebody, like, oh my God, that's a red flag." When it wasn't no damn red flag. You just wanted to create an issue. It's something she did in high school. Right. So I feel like if that was shown at movie night, I just think that Sincere would only have an issue if he needs to create an issue with her so that he can go and do some other fuck shit that he wants to do. And she gonna I keep wanting him. I keep wanting him. She gonna keep running back to him. Keep running back to him. Okay. So Soul tells Caleb that his household, Soul tells Caleb that this house holds a lot of secrets because she called Melanie and old girl Pinky promising or whatever, right? So they're talking about that. Melanie is indeed sleeping in the bed with Corbin like she told him she was going to do, right? Um, I feel like Melanie only slept in the bed with Corbin, honestly, because she had that kind of reassuring conversation or a conversation of hope with Sincere. So now she knows that the door isn't completely closed on them. So she felt more comfortable, I feel, sleeping in there with them, in all honesty. But Melanie rolling over to kiss Corbin, I was a bit surprised because I was like, "Why is you over there kissing this man? Like, you can lay down in the bed, but don't be over there kissing." He said he don't deserve no kisses. Heck, he not on the first tonight, he don't. But that's what they had going on. You had Gabe and Gia down there, fuck. Barely got sleep. I said, "Baby, I know they tired as hell the next morning." So Melanie asked Kanaya how would she feel if KC did want to explore Soul. And I said, "You would want that, wouldn't you? You would want that. You would want Soul to be explored by somebody else so she could get up off Sincere. You would want that." And Anaya says, "Well, despite the communication, I still believe in whatever me and KC got going on. I believe in our connection." I said, "Good for you. Good for you." Okay. So Melanie is liking Corbin just a little bit. Okay. She did feel a way about the whole heart pancake because he brought her breakfast and then he gave Kenzie like a little heart or whatever. And I was with her on that. Just a little piece. Like, okay, don't be sitting up here telling me you want to focus on us without any distractions and shit, but you coming up here doing a damn pancake for her ass. Ooh, let's keep going. So Corbin tells Kenzie that he didn't get no back scratch last night. She said, "Oh, you did?" He said, "Not like I'm used to." You also didn't tell her about that touching and kissing. Now, is Kenzie gonna feel away? Kenzie gives a tug and pull. I like to argue so we can have crazy type sex. So I feel like if they were to show them kissing in the bed during movie night, I think she too will make it an issue so that he can prove whatever to her sexually. Like, okay. Now, Soul talks about the nicknames Sincere gives her, right? So he give her nicknames and all this and that. She talks about how he has a pure energy. Somebody said he had a pure heart. And I said, y'all purely lying in this bitch. Pure lies is what it's giving. Stop lying. So she says he just wants to focus on them and grow. I said TBD. TBD, to be determined, bitch. He just wants to focus on and grow. To be determined. And it has been determined. Let's keep going. So Kenzie says Corbin is still giving her reassurance despite pursuing the other connection. Okay, and she need that. Let her tell it. She need that, and we need that. You and your bags the fuck about the villa. We do. We need that. Okay. Jen was wondering whether or not Corbin had told Melanie about anything. Like, what is he telling Melanie? Does he tell Melanie about how he feel about you or whatever? And Soul said, I feel like she can see what it is. And I'm like, true, she can see what it is. I mean, but she do she care? You know, because she saw what it was with Sincere. But I keep wanting Sincere. I keep wanting Sincere. Give me 10. Give me 10. I keep wanting Sincere. Keep wanting him. So do she really be saying? Soul gets in the damn confessional, right? And she's referring to Kenzie as a chicken. And I'm screaming because I said, you better know Kenzie's a bird, bitch. You better know Kenzie is a motherfucking bird, bitch. You better know. Okay? And you and Soul coming down to the confessionals with these damn analogies be killing me. Okay, not you and Soul, but you and Sincere. So Kenzie tells Jen about her and Corbin kissing, all in the bedroom, making out, this, that, and the other. And Jen is so happy that, oh, that's so good. Oh my God. And he gave you a pancake, girl. Girl, he gave you a pancake. And he had did it in her face. Oh. Baby, I do not like this cast. These, I do not like these motherfuckers. Anyway, she's like, oh, he did it in her face, he did it in her face, or whatever the case was, right? And Kenzie was like, but yeah, I need that. I need that, but I need that shit. I need that shit. Girl, please hurry up. Baby, can we do a 4 for 1? Can we do a 4 for 1? Please let us get rid of at least 4 people. At least, can we please do a 4 for 1? Please. Sincere says that it was super hard to tell Soul he was going to have a chat with Mel, but he felt like Soul really took it well, like, okay, cool, whatever, on some, mature girl type stuff, which is what Melanie has been trying her best to show to Sincere over the past few days, because she's learning, I feel, that the extraness that she gives takes him further away from her. So let me try and operate more like Soul and more in my calm, and maybe that'll bring him back to me. Right. So he's talking about that. He tells the guy that he and Mel miss each other or whatever. And he says if they circle back, then cool, it is what it is. He said it's tough because he does care about both of the ladies, at the end of the day, and he can't choose because he feels like he's growing with Soul, but it does hurt when he sees Melanie come down the stairs and she not coming down the stairs towards him, but towards somebody else. So he's missing her presence in his life a bit more. Okay. He says he has a lot of pain, he says, or something like that. He got a lot of pain. He says that he needs to listen to his head and not his heart, because if he listens to his heart, then his heart has gotten him in trouble, so he has to listen to his head. But we see that you not thinking with your head and you still thinking with your heart, unless you was trying to say that that Soul was your heart and Melanie was your head, or whatever, or Melanie was your, I don't know what the hell you was thinking, but that's what you did. Okay, let's keep going. So Mel and Corbin are talking, and he asked her how she felt about him bringing the pancake to Kenzie. She said it felt weird because a part of me feels like I should fall back and let y'all keep doing what y'all gonna do. Y'all chase each other, because to be honest with you, I'm not all in on this anyway, because I still want Sincere. I keep wanting him, and I keep wanting Sincere. Okay, you already know how that goes. So he tells her, don't sit up here and self-sabotage, and if you like the connection, then just let it flow. No, you let it flow. You let it flow. The way you kept pulling Kenzie for chats and stuff and barely pulling Melanie, is you letting it flow? So Kenzie over there rubbing her hands through Caleb's hair. Okay. That's about the most he gonna get out of her. He asked how she feels about Corbin and Melanie, and she says that it was kind of hard seeing them together, but it makes it easier during the day. I guess she just feels away at night because she ain't got that big beautiful bean next to her. Ain't nobody DJing nothing down there. It's time for me to win, yeah. It's time for me to win, yeah. Anyway, so she feeling a way that she ain't got nobody down there spinning. Nasty alpha. But you know they all do it down there in the villa, okay? Either way, right? So she's saying that she want to be more focused on them and their connection. You a focused ass lie. Just wasted that man, despite the recoupling. I was like, just wasted this man's time the past few days. Now you want to focus on that connection. Girl, he should have gave your ass the palm, all right? So she says that she's so super attracted to him. Girl, I rolling my eyes, girl, because ain't nobody got time. Sincere and soul, he says that he feels like they get closer and closer, and she says she appreciate his honesty and that she doesn't have to guess with him. I said, oh, you don't? And he honest? Is you sure? Okay. So he says that he tries to be upfront and drop his guard. Boy, shut up. So she asked how he described her to the boys or whatever. And he says that she's a ball of fresh air. She makes him comfortable and he's happy. And he's never talked to a woman like her. And it's attractive, right? Because he's so curious about her that it's appealing to him. And he just wants to know more and more and more and more and more. Okay. He could have been self-sabotaging his own connection with Soul too, probably thinking that a woman like he surprised a woman like her was even interested in his ass, okay? Knowing the chaos he comes with. So he says the more you get to know a person, the more you know about a person, the more that person becomes safe and vulnerable with you for the most part. And that's what he wants with her. And it'd be crazy how y'all be up here wasting people's time wanting to get vulnerable, wanting them to get soft and let their guards down only to play them. That's crazy. So then Kata goes to kiss Zach. And I just want to highlight this. I don't know if y'all know this, but I feel like I do, and I could be inaccurate, but I really feel like it's always Kata giving Zach the affection. She always initiates the affection towards him. And it makes me question the way a lot of people was trying to question whether KC likes Anaya and whether Anaya likes KC. It makes me question whether Zach actually likes Kata or if he's just going to ride it out for the sake of winning the show that he's not going to win all the way to the end. I don't know if y'all noticed that. Every time they in the bed, for the most part, she's always kissing him, peck, 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 and he's barely kissing her back. You know what I'm saying? Mm. I don't think as much as she's a freak, I do feel like she didn't impress him in the bedroom for some reason. For him to be bringing up a whole nother damn bombshell while y'all are in there is something about it. It's something about it. Like she just gives him too much affection, and I just don't feel like he returns that. So when he was talking to Bryce and talking about the connection that they have, he's like, I like her. I don't know, or something like that. It's like you don't like her. You do know, not like that. Let me know what y'all see. So Trinity gets this text, right? And there will be a recoupling. And it's very cute how they're going to do this recoupling where you have to write a love letter to the person that you want to couple up with. Put all your feelings into words. Okay. So now we're having to watch everybody come together and write out their feelings. Zach asked, can he write to Bryce? I don't know if y'all caught that. I was like, what? And the way that they was in the bed together and Trinity had to come in and say, get the fuck out my bed. Da, da, da. Like they are for sure besties. Like Bryson is going to cry hard when Zach leaves. I don't know how hard Zach is gonna cry when Bryce leaves, but Bryce is definitely gonna cry when his boyfriend leaves out that villa. Now, Anaya is ready to she's ready to get this done because now she wants to make up with Casey. Now she wants to put all her feelings on this paper because she knows she may have overdid it. So now she got to figure out how to get her man back. Operation Get Casey back. So Melanie doesn't know who she gonna write her letter to. She knew. She just didn't want to tell nobody who that person was going to be because she also did not want to be talked out of it. And I don't really fault her for that. Because I do think some of them girls probably would tell her ass like, girl, go on focus on Corbin. But why? Honestly, his ass been over there talking to Kenzie the whole damn time and barely pulling you for chats. Okay? Knowing he had just kissed Kenzie earlier and didn't want to get you in the bed and start kissing on you too. Like, boy, you don't back the fuck. If you don't scoot the fuck back, if you don't put your hand, boy, let me go to Soul Ties, okay? Or say less or something. So KC worried that Anaya is going to write somebody else, right? It says if she does, then it's going to give him clarity. And I'm like, KC, baby, who the hell Anaya finna write? Who the fuck Anaya finna write? Nobody. She wouldn't even kiss nobody in challenges for real. Who the hell you think she finna write? So Corbin is not sure who he is going to write. He said he want to write to Kenzie because he wants to validate her feelings so bad. Why? Because she need that. The fuck, the fuck, the fuck, the fuck, the fuck. I need that. The fuck, I need that shit. The fuck, I needed the shit. Ugh. So he wants to write a letter to her to validate her feelings, right? But then he don't want Melanie to feel away, and then she leave the villa talking about I want to go home, I want to be here, I want to be here. Because at this point, he's believing that Sincere is sold on soul. Islanders now have mailed their letters off. Anaya gets up there and says if her letter is not reciprocated by KC, she will be crushed. KC says after these rough days, he is considering other things as well. And, you know, he like, can you blame me? You know what I'm saying? I can't be up here living for somebody else. I gotta live for me too. Okay. So Sincere asked KC if he didn't make that move on Soul, would he have wanted to? And KC says, you know, I would have been open to it. And for me, I still took that as, yeah, I would have been open to it, but it don't mean I would have went after her. I would have pursued her. Because he already told Anaya that he was open to exploring her, but it would have been a situation of her having to come and approach him is what it seems like. So it's time to read the mail, okay? If both islanders wrote a letter to each other, then y'all can couple up, okay? If you did it, you're gonna be single. So Trinity and Bryce. Trinity wrote a letter to Bryce. Now I felt like when she wrote that letter to him, you don't gotta question whether or not she likes you or not, okay? She over there smiling all hard, and I felt like he was barely smiling. But when she read his letter, I said, damn, Bryce wrote a good ass letter. That actually was, to me, that actually was a good letter. Okay. I guess, I mean, the verdict's still out on them, but you know, whatever. When he talked about how she don't judge him for anything, Anaya's face was like shit. Damn. Did I judge Casey a little too much on that shit? Did I? Could I have? Maybe that's she over there thinking to herself, okay? But these two wrote to each other, they coupled up, they moved on about their business, okay? I'm not really gonna go into the details of what everybody said because I sleep don't care. Just like I don't give a damn about Gina and Gabe. So next, Anaya and Casey. Anaya lets Casey know that he makes her feel safe, and sometimes it's too good to be true. And that's the reason why she be over there overreacting. Baby, Casey was reading that letter. I said, is he finna cry? Is he finna? He kept saying, damn, that shit good. Damn, that's good. Damn. Mm, mm. Oh, okay. It got him to the whore. It got him to the whore. I said, I don't know, y'all. Is Kanaya back on top? Let's see. Let's see. Let's see. Well, he wrote a letter to her too. It was a really nice letter. And he talks about sometimes the best relationships are the ones that can get through the challenges and this and that. Really nice. I said, yes, I loved it. She almost cried too. I said, Kanaya back on top. Now, Anaya, don't piss me off. Casey, get your ass over there in Casa More and act like somebody, okay? Don't show your ass, okay? Carry on in Casa More like your ex been carrying on in this villa. Kanaya back on top. Damn it. So Zach and Kata. Fast forward, skip. I did not care. I'm not gonna hold y'all. I don't know what them folks talked about. I don't give a damn what they talk. Skip, fast forward. Okay. Kenzie has two letters, Caleb and Corbin. All right, as expected. Okay. Kenzie wrote a letter to Corbin. She didn't write one to Caleb. Damn. Caleb looked about as crazy as damn Casey did when he opened the door and when nobody there. I felt bad for the man. Okay. Wasted this man's time the whole damn time. He also wasted his time as well because he wasn't out there getting no damn body. Okay. Y'all, you should have saw her get with Corbin one time and you should have been making your moves. Okay. Melanie and Soul, they both wrote a letter to Sincere. Duh. Okay. Sincere did not write a letter back to Soul. She was disappointed, but she said she had an inkling. She had a woman's intuition that he was on that type of time. And she thought they had something good, but she guessed that she was wrong at the end of the day. I said, that's a ruthless nigga right there, baby. All I can do is help. I said, that's a ruthless motherfucker. Oh, you a ruthless motherfucker. Up here wasting people's time like that. Child, Melanie done got her man back because all I keep wanting Sincere. And when I tell you Melanie is going to stay loyal to him for the remainder of the episode of the season, I could see Sincere probably acting like he knows how to behave when he goes to Casa. But then I also could see him stepping outside of his character. And if he does, I wouldn't be surprised simply because he knows she's gonna stay. She's already said that. He's going to stay. Or they're going to put them in they're going to have them do certain challenges. So if the guys don't participate and pursue some of the Casa girls, they probably going to mess around, put them in compromising situations with the challenges, and then that's gonna get back to the ladies, and the ladies gonna start spiraling and getting in their damn feelings, as it should be, or whatever. But we shall see. Okay. When Melanie was reading his letter, I did smile. I was like, well, that's cute. I think that Sincere did write a very good letter to her. I think she wrote a good letter to him. I think Soul wrote a great letter to him as well. I just hate that it was him that they wrote the letter to because you just don't know what's sincere and what the hell is not, honestly. You just don't know. These are things that he said to these ladies before. We literally watched this man the last episode go back and forth saying different things to different people, different shit to different people. Hopefully at this point Sincere can move forward living in his truth and actually focusing on Melanie. But Sincere had a strong part of him enjoys the toxicness of it all, right? And that's what he finna go get. So we wish you the best of luck, okay? um this man ended the letter, which I thought was fucking hilarious. It was so funny to me when he told her home is where he wants to go and being home with her is where it is, or something like that. Home is where I want to be, or whatever, and with you is home. And I hollered because he said the same shit about Soul. This nigga recycling lines with you ladies. Okay. But I do hope if Sincere chooses to have a conversation with Soul and Soul accepts it, end end. Cut that off. Let's move forward. Okay. Now, Soul and Caleb have to stand up, and what we learned is that they're coupled up. I thought they probably were gonna go home, considering the fact that Casa Amor is next week. However, shit, during season 6, I think it was every guy over there in Casa Amor brought back a woman. Bro, and I'm saying that to say the villa had been filled up with people sleeping all over the damn place. Okay. So I was a bit surprised that Soul and Caleb did not go home and they're now coupled up. So I was like, okay, cool. Like that means that the producers like Soul, in my personal. Right? They like Soul. They probably feel bad because of, what all she went through and her crying about the experience a bit. And I'm sure they feel bad about Caleb being a part of a three-way situation as well that he wasn't trying to be in. So I feel like at this point, it's making me think that they may make it to Casa Amor on Monday. Because we don't have a show on Wednesday. We got one Thursday, Friday. Don't have one Saturday. And we have one Sunday. So they could potentially eliminate somebody by Sunday night, or they may just let everybody go on over to Casa Amor. So we'll see. I would love to see Soul and Caleb go over to Casa Amor. I'm not going to hold y'all. I want them to go because I want to see if they'll at least be able to find a connection and bring something back. All right. I already know the way that Mr. Corbin be around there diddy bopping, asking for kisses. Baby, he finna had a time of his motherfucking life down there in the casa. And Miss Kenzie, you better hope he don't find a bitch over there. You better hope. And let me tell y'all have been kind of lackluster a little piece with this cast. Y'all better bring some A1 girls and guys. I'm talking about face card better be so disrespectful. Bodies better be on point. Y'all better bring some fine ass people. Okay? But that's all I got. Y'all leave your thoughts and comments down below on the latest episode, how you felt about the recoupling and everything. Is the recoupling what you expected? Did you expect Sincere to make the decision that he made? And did you also expect Corbin to make the decision that he made? Leave your thoughts and comments down below. I'm Jamie, that's me, and I'll catch you guys in the next one. Bye.
Family, over fame, get the money, that's why we came. Fuck the world, these niggas lame. Straight out the trench, it never change. You can't ride up in my lane. Honor my niggas whenever I speak. A hustle each day of the week. Honor my wife and my son, I can't hang with no sucker. These niggas be weak. Chasing these bras, popping your guns on the cover. These niggas be free. Talking that shit, but ain't crossing the street of my city. We said you sweet. Minding my business, I stay on my toe.